Hello guys, how are you doing? I hope you are doing very good, and I would say this is a video, quick one, just as a follow-up from the one which I have recorded yesterday. I would say it was just fantastic. Like the time I sent the video yesterday and I put it live so everyone can watch it, and what have happened in the market today is just amazing. So if you have watched the video which I sent yesterday, I have talked about two scenarios for the dollar, right? So I said, like, we were here in this area. Let's go to this chart. Sorry, let's go to this one. So we were here in this area, right? Let me put it that way. So we were here in this area. And then I said that we have two scenarios. First scenario, that price might just come here to the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement, which is also a gap to fill here, and from here we will see the price to decline. That's the first scenario I talked about. Second scenario, I said that so far as the price is just keep moving down here, then there is a very big probability that the price will move down to this area, and as we can see, the price came to the exact point which I talked about, right? I said this area is like one of the extensions of Fibonacci, okay? And one, that's first thing. Second, I said also in this chart here that when we look at the daily time frame, we could see that this yellow level is simply, as we can see here, resistance, couple of times. I would say like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times resistance, and then here another 2 times, 3 times. So in total, it was kind of on daily level, right? It was like 10 times tested as a resistance. Price break above, and so far, since the price broke above, didn't come to retest it as support, right? And in general, all the levels which you can see on the chart here are very powerful level. What does it mean? It means that if the price will break above the resistance, there is a very high probability that the price will come to retest it as support, and vice versa, right? If you look at the chart, you will see that just happening again and again, right? And today, just as a follow-up on the video which I recorded yesterday, the scenario number 2 just happened exactly to the T, exactly to the point which I discussed, right? So this is what's happening here, and as we can see, price just declining. What I would expect is that we have two scenarios then. Number one, that let's go to look here. Okay, let's stay in this chart here. Number one scenario. So that the price will today close above this level. So the daily candle will close above this level. That's number one scenario. Number two, that the price might keep moving down to that level, let's say somewhere here to this area. And from here, we can see some correction before then moving to the downside. Why? Because let's get back to this chart again, which also I discussed and I talked about in details in the video yesterday. I would highly recommend you guys to go and watch it. So I said that on weekly time frame, we could see that we are in a range since, I would say, since November 2022. And we saw a fake out here. And what usually we see, if one fake out happen in one side, most probably, that there will be another fake out to the other side with the exact same size. Guys, what I'm talking about here, you can really call it magic, I would say, okay? So, just to show it to you, if we just take a range here, and out of this, let's say, fake out here, we'll just put a rectangle, and if we will take it copy paste, okay? If we will take it as a copy paste, and we put it to the other side, you will see that almost we have the exact, okay, here we have a couple of pips more, but we talk about almost very similar fake out, right? And this is very important to know. And as I said, if even you know that and you wouldn't make profit out of it, so at least you will avoid losing money, right? And this is what I'm teaching to the guys in the community, right? So I have put a post on Instagram, as I said, like it was in September, when simply price didn't even come here, right? So it was just like that. Let me quickly put it that way. So we were here somewhere in September. You can come back to my Instagram and see. And I said, guys, as far as we are here and we could see a fake out happen to that side, most probably it will happen to the other side. And I even put this rectangle. You can come back to the post on Instagram and you can check it out, right? So I said that most probably price will come here, make a fake out, and then we will see price declining. And what happened? Exactly what I said, right? So we could see that simply price came, created this fake out here, and then it was in this kind of mini range, which is still, it was a fake out, and then we could see what happened now, right? If we go to the daily time frame, also I believe last week we were somewhere here. Let me go to the 4 hours chart. Let's remove this right now, we don't need it. Okay, we were here, and I did say that on 4 hours time frame we have left shoulder, head, right shoulder, which is kind of increasing the likelihood that right now we are going to see really price going to move down, which is also confirming that in this price here, in all this area in rectangle, this red rectangle, it's simply a fake out, right? Opposite to the one which was in the downside. And I said, like, I would say that we will really start to see price declining when the price is going to take out here this point, right? This point here. And what happened? Price came and did this liquidation and started to move down. Anyway, as I said, right now, what I would expect is so far that the price will come here to this point, and then maybe we'll see some, let's say, retracement correction, if any, and then price will move down, okay? Or simply price on the week, on today candle, on the daily candle, will simply close above this level, right? But anyway, we should wait and see. And let's go quickly to gold, which is simply if we see US dollar declining, that means that gold and other currency pairs versus dollar should go up. And I would say gold indeed move up, but not equivalent to the move which happened on the US dollar. And actually, this is a bit, I would say, suspicious so far. Not suspicious in a bad sense, but I mean, the gold is still running behind a little bit. And my theory here that this is happening because so far the federal bank in US stopped increasing the interest rates, right? Who knows, maybe they will increase it again. Maybe they will just like keep it as it is, flat to the current one. Or maybe, let's say, they will start to simply decline or to simply decrease the interest rate. Who knows? But so far, for the last two meetings, they kept the interest rate as it was, right? And this is maybe kind of giving signals to, let's say, big investors, big financial institutions, that okay, right now it's time, let's say, to take part of our investments or of our funds and put it back to the stock market, or maybe also to put some money in, let's say, forex or crypto or whatsoever, right? This is only my theory, but time will simply show us everything. But anyway, if we look at this chart in gold, I would say, yeah, let's look at this one. Let's go to the 4 hours time frame, or actually let's go to the daily time frame. Okay. So far we can see that in general prices started to be in a downtrend. That's very obvious, okay, as we can see that we started to be on a downtrend. But if we will focus here in this area, also we can say that we saw kind of, let's say, head and shoulder, right? Let's put it that way. Okay, just let's put it that way. Maybe this is the left shoulder, head and right shoulder, and maybe we will see price declining from here. But I wouldn't count on this scenario much. What I would say that so far, anyway, we have lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So this is the last lower high so far on a 4-hour time frame. On 4-hour time frame, it's very good to have it in front of you on the chart, so at least you know what is happening, right? And then price made lower low, and then lower high, but then the price didn't make lower low. So this lower high is not indeed lower high. This is the last lower high which we have, because later we could see a lower low. So what I would say, let's go to the 1-hour time frame. Usually price do something like that all the time. What do I mean by that? Is here is the last lower high, and then price come to liquidate it with a strong candle, like seeing this candle. Most of people say, okay, actually price broke above this level, so then it's a chance to buy, right? While most probably price do that, and the candle straight after is simply getting back below this one. So this kind of move, you usually see it happening across all time frames, and this is just like to collect all stop losses which are here in this area, right? And anyway, I would wait a little bit. I need to see what will happen here in this area. If we will start to see price maybe coming, started to create, let's say, lower high, lower low in 1-hour time frame. So I would say I would go in a short-term sell just to liquidate this higher low, because also this is very important one. Why? Because as we can see here, higher high, higher low. I'm sorry, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So far, then this one also it's very important level. Okay, so this one, it's an important level which we will look at right now. As important as this one. Ideally, what will be great for me, if from here price will start, let's say, create lower high, lower low, lower high, and then price will come to liquidate this one, and then from here we will start to see price going up to simply liquidate this point here, right? Which is kind of aligning with what I did say about the gold, about the DXY, which is if we will see price coming down here, so that means gold going up, and then price coming here, gold going down, and then the DXY going down, which means gold going up. Anyway, these are scenarios which we need to keep in mind. Going quickly to EURUSD, which is also opposite of dollar index. In general, let's go to this chart, I would say. Let's go to this one. Clearly, we can see that the price making on the 4 hours time frame, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and the price was kind of holding here a lot. And then we could see like, okay, you can call it triple bottom if you want to call it that way, and then price broke above this level. Okay, ideally the scenario which I will be waiting for, so two scenarios. Number one, price will come to liquidate this one, and then I will wait after this wick out to price come back and then move down. That's scenario number one. Scenario number two is price from here to come down to this point and then start to move up. Also, there is another scenario, but then we need to see what will happen. Okay, that so far, okay, we can see that clearly price is creating higher low, higher high. As I said, maybe price will come to liquidate this one, make the third touch in the trend line, and then move up. So these are the scenarios which I'm looking for, and we need to keep in mind also that tomorrow we have some news on the US dollar, which is very important news about the core PPI, retail sales, etc., which is as important as the news from today, which is about CPI. So we need to keep in mind that, yes, today we could see price declining that hard, most probably, and believe me, some stuff like that can happen. I know it might sound crazy, but we can see price from now until tomorrow coming down to this level, and then tomorrow we can see price just moving up and coming to attack this level which I said here and fulfill this gap, right? And then when you look at it on the weekly time frame, you will see totally different level, right? Which might end just as a doji candle, right? So at the end of the day, you need to keep yourself open for all scenarios which might happen. As I said, at the end of the day, we can see, okay, price is declining like that. Tomorrow we can see just price just moving up, and then, as I said, coming here to fulfill this gap, right? So we need to keep that in mind as well. Okay, we talked about EURUSD, GBP USD. It's very similar. I just like don't want to make a very long video. Okay, here was experimental one. Here, if we look at this one, let me look at this 4 hours time frame. So what do we usually see, guys? Okay, so here, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Price came to make equal higher low. So right now we can call this as a double bottom. What most of books teaching people, like when we see double bottom like this, most probably we can simply buy because we have a double bottom. We can do like this, put our stop loss, whatever you want to put it, and then price will go up. What happened? Price come, collect all stop losses, and then when you see price breaking like this, okay, then retail traders, I'm sorry, will start, okay, say we will sell, we will put our stop loss here, and then what will happen? Okay, if you are looking for, I don't know, quick 2% trade, you can do some profit here. Otherwise, what will happen? Price will come again and simply hit your stop loss twice, right? So when you understand the market psychology, that most probably when you see a perfect double top or double bottom, there is a lot of liquidity above and below. And what the market does most of the time is simply come and collect this before doing the right move, right? And this is a good example of what exactly happened and I'm talking about. So price came to liquidate these 2 points. Price came to liquidate these 2 points here, okay, and then started to move to the upside. And what we can see is that the price started to make higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, okay, higher low. Did the price make higher high? No. So then this is the last higher low which we are working on. What I'm looking for is price to come to liquidate this higher low, okay, and then price to go to simply up here because we have perfect double top here, similar to this one. So most probably price will come to collect all the liquidity above these 2 points, okay? And for me, this is a very good scenario for a couple of reasons. Number one, we are moving with the overall trend, which is uptrend. Number two, we have still the market structure. Number three, if we look at it from that perspective, this last higher low on the 4-hour time frame, it's aligning perfectly with the 61.8 retracement of the Fibonacci. But as I said, why not that the price maybe will come to this area here? Okay. Why not that the price will come to this area here? Okay, which is still, as we talk, resistance. Price broke, as we can see, strongly above, and so far didn't come to retest it as support. Second, that we have the 78.6 retracement. Third, we are an uptrend and we are just working on the market structure. And if we look at it, we have this level, the extension of the Fibonacci, which is very good level. And second, also we have this high here, which is most probably price will come simply to attack it, and why not? Also, if we look here, let's look at this one. Price so far, we have this level open here, which as we can see, okay, across the chart is simply on the right side. It shows somewhere here. So actually this is one of the top trades which I'm looking for the next or for the remaining of the week. That price will come here to simply test this level, liquidate this point, 78.6 retracement of the Fibonacci, before simply moving higher from here and come to liquidate this area here. Have more things to talk about. Maybe just last one to talk about is Australian dollar, US dollar, which is very, very, very similar, and I would love to just talk about it quickly, guys. Okay, two things to talk about. Let's just move this one from here. Number one, we could see perfect tops here. 1, 2, 3. Same story to the other side. 1, 2, 3. What happened here, okay, is we could see some fake out, even if it is by just the tail of the candle, right? Let's take it copy paste. Similar to the DXY, I would imagine at least, or the price will break above and continue moving higher, or at least we will see some fake out here before price keep moving back inside the range. So this is what I'm looking for Australian dollar, US dollar. And also on the 4 hours time frame, I did talk about this yesterday, that usually, guys, for the trend lines, we know that the third touch of the trend line is the strongest one, right? This is what most of books say, right? So we have the first touch, second touch, and third touch of the trend line. What usually price does, come to create this momentum. So it kind of indication to all retail trader. Let's say, let's remove this. Okay, we can see this formation right now. Okay, morning star formation. They start to buy from here. There is stop loss below. Okay, because it's third touch of the trend line. We have the morning star formation, it's a doji, and then we have the bullish engulfing. Beautiful. What price does, come to liquidate all these stop losses. And then most of retail traders think, okay, price broke, as we can see with such a bearish engulfing candle. Then they start to sell from here. They say, okay, our stop loss above here. Okay, and right now they think that, okay, price is going to move lower. What happened? Boom, price just goes and collects their stop losses for second time in a row. Understanding this and this technique, which is simply where even you can find these points, how to trade them, this is what I'm teaching the guys in the course lessons which I have recorded. And yeah, we talk about that a lot. Okay, right now we understand this point, it's already gone. We don't have to have it in our chart anymore. Price just keep moving higher. So anyway, this is the area which I'm looking for. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if, as I said, from now until tomorrow, we see the price come down on the DXY, just come to this point, and then tomorrow we see just a massive big candle and just price retracing fully and just, I'm sorry, moving back to the upside, at least to come to fulfill the gap which I talked about. That's one scenario. Otherwise, maybe let's go to weekly time frame. Yeah, who knows that then we can see maybe the price from here. Okay, so price will come, let's say here, and then until tomorrow, and then why not from here we can see price. Just scenario, okay? I'm just saying it's a scenario. Who knows? But having this gap here, it's kind of concerning, especially we have this trend line 1, 2, 3, 4, price below didn't come to retest the back of the trend line. We still have this gap. Who knows? You know, time will show us. We just, like, I would say the smart thing to do is to keep yourself open to scenarios in the market and then see what will happen. Okay, so yeah, that's all, guys. Sorry for the long video, and yeah, I hope it's useful. Let's see what will happen in the market tomorrow. Cheers, guys.